Hello, my Vibe Tribe. Welcome back to the Daily Vibe, or welcome to the Daily Vibe. Today is November 19th. It's Thursday. Happy Thursday. It's Friday Eve, Friday Junior. It's also World Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Day. Actually, the whole month is Pancreatic Awareness Month, as well as what sibling has, RSD, CRPS, which is reflex sympathetic dystrophy / chronic regional pain syndrome, but it's also their month. So one is orange, one is purple, but apparently purple shares a lot with a lot of different things. Alzheimer's used to share it with colon cancer, still not sure if it does, but I wear purple in memory of my mom, and I love the fact that mom is still, looks like it's the right way. So anyways, good morning. Hello, good afternoon, good day, good evening. I really got to get used to not saying good morning because I know people in different parts of the world watch this. But, yeah, I just want to step back into yesterday for a moment and apologize to anybody if I offended anyone or if I stepped over any lines without meaning to. It was just one of those days yesterday, and I think unfortunately I needed an outlet, and it should not be the Daily Vibe. The Daily Vibe is meant to be positive. It's meant to be, sometimes I have my moments and I cry, or sometimes I vent, but I don't ever want it to go into politics or all those things that, most people shouldn't talk about with people they don't know, and I'm not saying you can't, I'm just saying, for me, it's a no-no. So I do apologize for stepping over that line. I reeled myself back in. We will not be stepping over that line again. The positive vibe. Gotta keep the Daily Vibe positive, right? So, good morning, Pat, Monica, and sibling, aka Laura. Older sibling just missed me talking about RSD, but I was saying it to explain my shirt. So, again, if you got purple, wear it today. Unless, you're already dressed, then don't worry about it. But it is. Today is dedicated to my mother, who passed away from pancreatic cancer 6 years ago in September. So let's get started. I haven't even opened this yet, so I'm going to stick with the Affirmators deck just to be on the safe side today, since you cannot let me loose. It's dangerous to let me loose or set me loose, right? Yesterday, wild ride. But you know what? This is one of the reasons I love doing this live. I do it live because, I don't want it to be fake. I don't want it to be something where you do take after take after take until it's perfect. Okay, these are going to always be all over the place. In fact, baby sibling told me yesterday in a comment, "You're my favorite comedy every morning." It's a little harder for her to watch live now because she's an hour ahead. So I am in her past and she is in my future. She sees the future and reports back. So, we did our time change. So, whatever. But let's just go, okay? Affirmator deck. Benefit of the doubt. Oh, it is a lion, a medic lion, healing a antelope, which looks like it's doing a woe to me position, but I have a feeling that's a trust thing because lion and antelope, yeah, we know how that actually goes. I believe in the basic goodness of other people, and I give them the chance to show it. If they prove me wrong, that's on them. At least I can go to sleep knowing that I practice trust and forgiveness rather than fear and doubt. And later on, if I need to, I can always change my mind and retroactively judge them like it's my career. Okay, that's in parentheses, and you know that these cards always like to throw in the sarcasm. But, how does this happen? Sometimes when, it's like I've mentioned in previous vibes, older sibling and I are roommates, and sometimes we'll be watching TV, and I'll just ask a random question, and it gets answered by the TV. And she just looks at me like, how do you do that? And I don't know, but this is the same thing. It's just kind of commenting on what happened yesterday. And I guess, basically what happened is I posted something on my Facebook page. And it's something I don't generally do. Just because, a lot of times there's so many people that disagree with you, and everybody wants to be right nowadays. And, we all have our opinions and we all think we're right. And, I'm always willing to listen to the other side. And that's not always the case with other people, especially when, you feel like you're being piled on. So I get that, because I have felt like in my life that I've been piled on. And this is why a lot of times I just step away from these situations and try not to get involved. It doesn't mean I don't care. I get involved on other social media, just not there, because it's like I've mentioned in the past, these lives are public, but my page is not. My Facebook page is family and friends only. If I don't know you, you don't get in. So, and that's just because it's a place where I have refound people in my life, and it's a safe space for me. But when I need to vent or whatever, or I have an opinion, I usually post it like on Twitter or Instagram. Usually Twitter, because I don't think anyone really reads my tweets over there, so it's like a freewheeling thing for Shelly Marie. But the reason I bring that up is because it's the benefit of the doubt. I give people the benefit of the doubt that we can have a decent conversation. That we can have a grown-up adult conversation. And it doesn't always end that way. And sometimes somebody just has to take the higher road, step back and step up and walk away. And in my case, I did have to step up and step back and walk away. But it was also my fault for posting it. I take full responsibility for what happened and the conversations that ensued, because I put it out there. So I also need to give myself the benefit of the doubt that, when I feel like something's nagging at me not to do it, don't do it. And this isn't another one of those spidey instincts. My spidey instincts kept saying, don't do it, what's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to happen. And it happened. And I would like to say that I manifested that, because of saying that it would happen, it would happen, it would happen. But honestly, when you put something out there that is like fuel, it's going to start a fire. And fortunately, it was a small one that was easily extinguished. So it did not get out of hand. It did not, go into anything bad. It just, raised a lot of questions and some conversation. So, that being said, we're in a time now where a lot of us are fighting with each other. A lot of people are angry. Sibling watches Dr. Phil, and tomorrow's episode is about people, family members who don't talk to each other or who are fighting with each other because of politics. And I come from a standpoint where a lot of people don't understand where I come from. It's like, well, it's not always about positivity. It is about positivity. Whether we want to see it or not, the only way to really rise above everything is through positivity. It is through, I just wanted to show you my cup, right? Just kidding, I need it in my throat. It is about positivity. People are saying, well, you can't be my friend if you say this, or you can't be my friend if you say that. I have to really take a neutral stance when it comes to a lot of things, especially in my own beliefs, because of the path I've taken. I have taken a path that requires me to be more positive. It requires me to spread more positivity. A lot of people aren't going to agree. A lot of people just want to be angry. And it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you stand on. People just want to be angry right now. And it's understandable, because a lot of lives are affected by different things that happen around us. And, a lot of times when we do stand in the middle and we don't look around, we don't see it. But I do see it. So people who think I don't see you, I see you. But I have worked very, very hard to get to this place of almost mental balance. And in order for me to keep it, sometimes I have to make decisions that other people may or may not agree with. Good morning, Lori, neighbor Lori. But this is when the benefit of the doubt comes in. People will be preached at, and people will believe what they hear. Not everybody. Some people will step back and say, you know what, I think I need to think about that for a while. But we're at a point right now in this world where we really kind of need to start giving each other the benefit of the doubt. I mean, not just, people we know, but just, in general. It's hard. It is hard, and it's crazy. And in a lot of ways, it's silly as well, because, it's like I mentioned a couple vibes ago. We're in a constant state of change. Even if it's every 4 years, we're still in a constant state of change. We're in this mode where, are we going to let what's happening today affect our relationships tomorrow? And anger a lot of times is fear-based. And I don't blame a lot of people for being angry. I don't blame a lot of people for being afraid. That is their feelings, and they are allowed to feel their feelings. But you have to give them the benefit of the doubt that when, the storm settles, that everyone will just kind of do this again. And you gotta hope. And really, that's all we can do is hope. That's all we can spread is hope. And continue to spread love in places where it's hard to spread love. Like I said, we're living in a very awkward time right now. And it's not just because of COVID. As it is, California is beginning to shut down again. And, hey, kudos to my friend Lori. She's a nurse. She sees this shit every day. And, on top of I don't know what it's like at her work. I've never really asked. I mean, when they come home from work, you kind of feel like they just want to leave it there, and just chit-chat about, shoot the shit about nothing. And, you do hear about it, and this is a shout out to all the nurses in the world too, who are dealing with this on the daily basis. I mean, they are the front line. I mean, they are kind of like, I wanted to say the goalies in a hockey game, but they're considered the last line of defense. But in a way, they are the front line and the last line, because they're the ones that see the patients coming in. They're the ones that see the patients going out. And the doctors come in between. And that's not to say anything about the doctors. I'm just saying the nurses do a lot that we don't recognize, we don't see. We always sit there and say, hey, thanks, doc, for this and that. Well, who's coming in and checking your lines? Who's coming in and putting your IV bags up? Who's coming in to take your meal order? It's not the doctor, it's the nurse. So I got a little off track there, because it is kind of a scary time. And I don't mean scary like, ooh, but I mean scary like, what's going to happen next? And I think that's what we need to stop doing, is give this year the benefit of the doubt that it is trying to help us reclaim who we used to be, without technology, without, taking everyone for granted. Everybody's like, oh, well, how come I can't see my family? Well, yeah, people are saying that, but then, how long had it been since you've seen your family before someone told you couldn't? So let's step back. Let's step back, give ourselves the benefit of the doubt that, we have made mistakes, and that we can move forward with a new sense of thinking, with a new sense of purpose, instead of just having our faces buried in technology all the time. Let's go out and look at the world. Nobody looks at the world until the minute somebody tells them they can't. We're like a bunch of kids. When you think about it, it's like, a kid will sit there and be like, oh, well, I don't want to go outside. I want to play my video games. Well, fine. Then you know what? You can't have your video games and you can't go outside. But I want to go outside. It's child psychology. So at its basic. So anyways, good morning, baby bear. Thanks. I like it too. I can't remember what it, Lime Crime. Sorry, I'm answering her. The Lion and the Antelope. We're getting along. I mean, like I said, the antelope has kind of that woe to me thing going on there. And I know that this got a little off track, but this is what we do on the Vibe, right? It's reality. This is reality, okay? We're always all over the place at different times in different places, but I'm going to read this card again because it has such a great message. I believe in the basic goodness of other people, and I give them the chance to show it. If they prove me wrong, that's on them. At least I can go to sleep knowing that I practice trust and forgiveness rather than fear and doubt. Hang on for the sarcasm. And later on, if I need to, I can always change my mind and retroactively judge them like it's my career. Oh, baby bear just called me a squirrel. I am so a squirrel. They should just rename me Doug from Up. Squirrel. But I am, and I think it's just because there's a lot of different aspects that we don't think about, right? There really is. There's a lot of different aspects that we don't think about. There's a lot of, paths that we don't check out. There's a lot of different roads that we don't check out. And why? Because we're afraid. What if it's a dead end and I got to turn around? Or what if I get lost and, a big lion that doesn't exist, outside in the desert is going to eat me? We have irrational fears. I used to be afraid of my attic because I was certain that there was a family of clowns living up there. But as I got unafraid of clowns, I realized that fear was rather unreasonable and very irrational. But, and truth is, I don't like bugs, and that's probably what might be up there because, there's a vent that is kind of open. I had birds living in there at one point. But, it's a condo attic. I share it with 4 other people, we're only separated, I think, by some kind of chicken wire or something. But either way, it was irrational and silly. But I gave myself the benefit of the doubt that I could get past these fears. And sometimes the benefit of the doubt really does start, not stop, with yourself. And it really is about believing in the basic goodness of people. Here you have a lion tending to an antelope. In reality, that lion is, looking at that leg going, I got a pair of scissors, let me cut it off and eat it. But in this case, the antelope is trusting the lion. It looks like a running antelope in his jogging gear. He's trusting. And, a lot of times when it comes to big things in our life that we don't know how to face, we are the antelope, and that situation is the lion. And we have to trust that it is going to lead us, in the right direction. And by that I mean, there was a lot of things that I had to heal in my life, and it felt like a lion. It did. I felt like a wildebeest, an antelope, and any other sickly animal that was roaming around just waiting to get eaten by the lion. And, but I trusted my path. And it hurt. It threw me for a loop. It, sent me spiraling, sent me into events, it sent me into episodes. And, in the end, I came out on top. It's like the cream. I rose to the top. And, I have moments, right? Every so often the cream plummets and then it rises again. But that's life. And sometimes that's the things that we have to deal with. But as long as we give these situations the benefit of the doubt and trust it, then, it's probably going to lead you down the right road. So if you're struggling with anything, whether it's a situation in your life that you're uncertain of, familial, friendship, partnership, relationship, business relationship, or even a significant other relationship, give it a benefit of the doubt, see where it goes. Just try to trust the moment, try to trust the situation. If it's about you, give yourself the benefit of the doubt that you know what's best for you, even if it doesn't feel like it's the right move. To be honest with you, I posted what I posted yesterday that was very political, and I got a lot of pushback on it, but I was able to talk about it today. So maybe deep down inside, even though my spidey instincts kept telling me not to post it, it was kind of making me do it so that we could talk about it today. And, I gave these people who have opposing viewpoints opposing viewpoints from my own, I gave them the benefit of the doubt that we could have a grown-up conversation, and we did. And it was enlightening, because it was the first time I had a conversation like that where someone wasn't trying to tell me how to think. And that I don't appreciate, because I am hard enough on myself, and I struggle with a lot of self-doubt to the point where sometimes I'll just cave. And it was a strength building thing for me, because I learned to stand up for what I believe in. I learned to say what I mean, and also My voice is shaky because my throat keeps drying out, so I do apologize for that. But, and also, I know we're living in a weird time right now, and I know we're in a situation where, we feel like we've got to mind other people's businesses. But remember, stay in your own lane. People know what they're doing, okay? Don't tell other people what to do. I was talking to my cousin yesterday. She was in a situation where this lady was just like, you know what, you should be doing this. And, no. Okay? Stay in your own lane. Everybody's an adult. Everybody knows what they need to do. Everyone knows what they believe. And everyone knows how to keep themselves safe and socially distanced. So, this isn't about becoming Big Brother and somebody else's keeper. We're in a day and age where we're trying to, we've been reset. As older sibling, let's say Mother Nature put us in the corner, and the question is, are we learning from it, or are we just going to go back and make the same mistakes we've made in the past? Let's just learn to be kind to each other. I don't know how many times I got to say this. Hashtag be kind. In fact, now if you hashtag it on Twitter, it even has a little nice blue heart next to it. So it's becoming a big thing. Hashtag be kind. Be kind to one another. Okay, we are not our politics. We are not what music we listen to. We are not the kind of movies we enjoy. We are humans who partake in certain things, who enjoy certain things. We are who we present to the world. We are that person, if you're angry all the time, who people are just going to see as angry all the time. Or if you're nice all the time, people are going to be nice, say that you're nice all the time. Or we're just that healthy, the majority of us are that healthy balance. We're not perfect. We're going to get mad. We're going to have those moments. So give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Give other people the give other people the benefit of the doubt. And just go out there and be you. Do you. Follow your path. Be the person you want to be, not the person somebody else wants you to be. So you can be the lion, you can be the antelope today, whichever one. You could be both, okay? Help somebody out, let somebody help you. And ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. If you have a higher power, ask them for help, okay? God, the archangels, they're all omnipresent. You can ask for their help. Whatever you believe in, gods, goddesses, fairies, whatever. They can be anywhere at any time, just like that. Family members that have passed on, whatever you believe in, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask your humans for help, okay? That is a big sticking point with older sibling and I and baby sibling and I. We all practice this, or no, we all preach this, but none of us practice it. So, go out there, kick today in the nuts. Sorry, that was terrible. I'm so sorry. To all the men watching this, I am so sorry. That was terrible. Terrible. Go hug today. Don't hurt anybody. Don't physically hurt anybody either. I'm so sorry. That was so bad. Oh my God. I am so sorry. Gosh, isn't that terrible? Anyways, yeah, and again today, World Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Day, but the month does belong to RSD and pancreatic cancer. If I missed anything else, I'm sorry. These are the two that affect my household and my families. And I say families like, older sibling and, my dad and I. And, yeah, and, just family and friends. So anyways, wow, that was bad. Have a great day. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Hug a tree. Okay, that's the best I can come up with right now. Go out there and hug a tree. We got 1 million trees over where I live. So I'm going to go hug one and apologize for, wow, what I just said. So, oh, hot mess. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope I provided your comedy for today. And happy Thursday. Go out there and, you know what, Baby Bear, I love you too. Thank you. Thank you for laughing at that. I needed someone to laugh at that. So, oh, man. I'm waiting for the instant paybacks to happen now. So, wish me luck walking down my stairs when I go back downstairs. Have a great day, everyone. I will talk to you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Things to Think on Friday, and I got a good one. It's a good quote from Truman Capote. So, hold on to your seats for that one. And I will talk to everybody tomorrow. Have a great day.